Hey folks, I have your latest home prices and insights for Peel and Durham areas. Now this report comes out every Wednesday just for Peel and Durham, but I cover all of the GTA. On Tuesdays you can get the report for the City of Toronto. Thursdays I cover York region, and on Saturdays I cover the luxury market, any property listed or sold at $3 million or more. So this channel is your one-stop shop for all your GTA real estate needs. Sales, average sold price, listings are all down for Durham and Peel region. You know, each week I get a bunch of phone calls for a lot of you that watch me on YouTube talking to me about your personal real estate situations. I love receiving the calls, and I want to make sure I'm always available with you. And sometimes I'm with clients, or I'm doing other real estate stuff and I'm just not available. So what we're doing to streamline the process, in the description below there's a link to a calendar. Click the link when you want to talk to me and schedule a time that makes sense for you. And this way I'll organize my schedule to be available. The way I see it, if you're taking the time to reach out to me, I want to make sure I'm giving you the time that you deserve. Before I get into the numbers, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell button, share the video, and please comment below. And it doesn't matter that you don't agree with some of the things I'm telling you. We love the comments, and let's keep the conversation flowing. Okay, let's get right into it. I'm covering Peel and Durham here. The areas that I'm covering are Mississauga, Brampton, and for Durham, I've got Ajax, Pickering, and Whitby, kind of the lump sum together as one area. So Pickering, Ajax, and Whitby for Durham, and for Peel, I've got Mississauga and Brampton. And just looking at the average sold price for these three areas for week ending June 30th, average sold price is down for each of these areas. Just to give you a quick summary, the average sold price for the Pickering, Ajax, Whitby area for Durham is $1,107,000. For Brampton, it's up a little bit higher. It's about $50,000 higher average sold price, $1,159,000. And the Mississauga is sitting much higher than that at $1,448,000. But all three areas saw a decline in average sold price. So let's focus in on, I'm only talking about detached properties. Let's focus in on Mississauga here. So sales are down. Sales have been coming down for quite a bit. We sold only 72 detached properties in all of Mississauga last week. 8 of those were at $2 million or more. Now, 72, when we kind of look back at the peak sitting, we peaked at 141. We're half of where we were at our peak, kind of mid to the end of March. And average sold price lately has been coming down almost on a weekly basis here, where we're sitting at $1,448,000. So average sold prices are down. Sales are down. I'm going to show you in a little while. Listings are also down. Compared to last year, average sold price, we're sitting at 15% higher than last year's average sold price. So here we are, detached sales. Now the blue are last year's average sales. And when we kind of look at, remember last year, we were at this time, we were just kind of getting used to how to live with this whole health crisis, and so sales started to really pick up last year. Well, this year we started high and sales now are coming down. We're very similar for the last couple of weeks now, selling what we sold last year at this time. Of the 72 that were sold, 65% were sold at list price or more. So here's the listings. Like I said, listings are also down. We were listing more detached properties last year at this time. We listed only 96 this year. Months of inventory is sitting at 0.8. Hasn't moved. Still a very aggressive market, very much a seller's market in Mississauga, but looks like we've peaked. We've peaked at prices. we're long past selling what we were selling before at our peak just a few months ago, and we're listing way less. Looking at Brampton, look at the sales. We peaked here in March at over 200 sales, and we've been on almost every single week a decline ever since then. 111 detached properties were sold in Brampton last week. That's half of where we were when we were at our peak, and only one property sold at $2 million or more. We were selling 5s, 6s, and 7s before. Now it's only one. Average sold price is sitting at $1,159,000. We were north of $1.2 million several times, especially when we're at our peak here, and now we're at $1,559,000. We're $50,000 off of our average sold price at our peak. Compared to last year, sitting pretty good. We're 18% higher than we were last year's average sold price. And here we go. Similar to all the neighborhoods in the GTA, last year's sales were going up at this time. This year's sales are coming down. Of the 111, 66% sold at list price or more. And we were as high as 79 and 80% before, but now we're at 66. It's going to feel like there's a bit of a relief. It's not that much, but a bit of a relief if you're looking to buy. But it's still very competitive out there. Make no mistake with that. Listings, we listed 162, which is less than what we listed the previous week, and less than, we were close to 300, 289, 268. Now we're at 162 listings a week, which is less than what we were listing this year, last year at this time. And months of inventory went up by 0.1, so we're sitting at 0.7 months of inventory in Brampton. It's a seller's market, make no mistake. It's just because of the high prices where we're at, and for a year of just craziness as far as competition and competing in multiple offers, it seems that we're taking a little bit of a breather. And also with the economy opening up and the warmer months, people might have different attitudes as far as real estate. And we just can't be at a full out run for a year straight without taking a pause to breathe a little bit. Here we go for Ajax, Pickering, and Whitby. I've put it together. Sales, we sold 74 last week, which is way down from where we were. We were as high as 156 in a week before, so we're half of that. That's in line with what's happening in all the regions. Sales are down. Average sold price is down to $1,107,000, and in all those three areas, Ajax, Pickering, Whitby, only one property last week sold at $2 million or more. Compared to last year, what a surprise, we're up. We're up by, and I'm being very sarcastic when I say that, because we're up every single week, and some weeks, we're over 50, 40%. Last week, we're up 25% over last year's average sold price. And when we're looking at the sales, last year, the blue is last year's numbers. We were going up in sales as we were heading into this time of year. This year, we started high, and sales are coming down, where we sold only 74 detached properties in that whole region last week. 84% sold at list price or more. That's crazy. It's going to feel like every single property you're competing for if you're buying. It's so important. If you're buying in this area, you're working with a strong realtor that could help you navigate. If you're selling, it's, any realtor right now could sell a property, but the right realtor is going to maximize the sale and squeeze as much money and not leave any money on the table, basically. Listings, same thing. Listings are down. Last year, listings were going up as we're heading into this time of year. This year, listings are coming down. Only 83 properties were listed, so sales are where they're at, listings are lower, and the effect on months of inventory is it's up by, we're sitting at 0.5 months, so 2 weeks of inventory basically when it comes to the Durham area. Very competitive. That's why 80 or over 80% of the properties are being sold at list price or more. And the summary months of inventory, 0.5 for Durham, Brampton 0.7, Mississauga 0.8. It's crazy low. Lots of competition. It's really tough to buy, and selling, you really got to make sure you're doing it properly. It's not hard to sell, but you still got to get the right price. And to maximize, we've seen properties being put out there that are not selling. I know it's crazy, but sometimes expectations are high. Some of the realtors, they're not really diving into the numbers. They're looking at the news also and getting their information, and that's just not the right way to do it. If you're looking to make a move, reach out to a realtor that you feel confident knows what's going on. My name is Santo Sessa with RE/MAX Premier. Thanks for watching the show.